All right, so I am doing a review of an arc that I recently finished called Christmas Criminal by Ellie Williams. I have read another book of hers in the past called What Happens in Paris. I believe I did a review of that one too. If I did and I find it, I will put it in the cards. That way you can also watch that one. I absolutely loved What Happens in Paris. I believe I gave it 4 stars. So I was super, super excited when I got another message from her asking me to read another of her works. This one is a cute little Christmas romance. So I'm super excited to talk about it. I ended up giving this one 5 stars. Her writing is so cute, and I was so excited to share it as soon as I finished it. So first, I'll give you a little bit of the background and tell you a little bit about the story, and then I'll tell you about kind of like what I liked about it and what I thought about it, and then I'll tell you where you can find it and how you can get it. And that'll pretty much be it. Yeah. So we'll jump right in and I'll tell you a little bit about it. So, Christmas Criminal is just a nice, short little Christmas romance. It is, if I remember correctly, like around 290-ish pages. I know it's less than 300, which I guess is about average for a holiday romance. I don't really ever read holiday romances. Romance is my least read genre, so I don't really know a whole lot about it. So I was kind of going in blind. But I'm happy that I was, because I had no expectations besides knowing kind of what her writing is like. So the story opens with our main female character, Noelle, and she is everything I love in a female main character. She is very spunky. She has just quite the attitude. I just absolutely adored her. And our main male character, Nick, absolutely hilarious. The joke all through the book is him being Saint Nick. I am not like the biggest Christmas person. People hate that. My boyfriend is a huge Christmas person. So over the little more than 5 years that we've been together, I've become a little bit more of a Christmas person. And this book may have been the one to push me over the edge into being a Christmas person. But our story opens with Noelle meeting Nick to do her community service. And we do learn later on in the book why she is doing community service. And very quickly, tension builds between them. It is very clear from the start that they are very into each other. But not much happens between them until later in the book. And I kind of like that. So if that's not your thing, then that's not your thing. But I liked that. We get very good background from both characters. We learn a lot about them individually. The story is told from both points of view, which I really love. I like going back and forth so that we see both of their point of view. We get to see kind of into both of their brains. We get to hear both of their thoughts. I feel like that helps us connect to both of them a whole lot, and I really like that. So that kind of helps build the story a little bit and build a connection to the characters. So I really, really like that. Oh, it was just such a good book. There are just like little tiny details are the things that I look for. So it's just like the little things are the things that get me. In this book, and specifically Ellie Williams, is so good at the little things. Allie Williams is very good at like inserting real life hardships into fiction and making it easy to consume, not making it difficult. And I really, really enjoy that. Some people don't enjoy that. Some people just want fiction to be only happy and not anything like the real world, no hardships at all. And you know what? If that is what you like, then that is what you like. I will not rain on your parade. But I do really like that little extra bit of real life representation in a book, and Allie Williams does that so well. So now that I told you a little bit more about the book and Allie Williams, I will talk about my rating and why I gave it that rating. Okay, so I ended up giving Christmas Criminal a 5-star rating, which, and specifically romance, is not something I do very often. I tend to be a little bit more picky with romance. Romance and then like horror, I tend to be a little more picky with. I don't know why, but I do. So giving this book a 5 stars was like a little bit of a big deal for me. And I gave it a 5-star because just both of the characters in this book connected with me very, very hard, but I'm not quite sure why, because neither of them had situations anywhere close to my own. And I think that that is why it deserved the 5-star rating. I did not relate to the characters in any way possible, but I was still able to connect to them so personally and so just strongly. I absolutely devoured the book. I was able to finish it in like, I think 3 or 4 days, and that is very quick for me right now. I was going through illness, working full time, and I was doing all kinds of activities with family at the time. So I did not have a whole lot of time, and I was reading every single moment that I possibly could. I did not want to put this book down. I absolutely loved every single minute that I was reading this book. From the time I started it to the time I finished it, it was absolutely amazing. There was no point at all that the story slowed down. I absolutely would recommend this book to anybody that wants a Christmas romance. I think I've only ever read like one Christmas romance before this one, and it was one that my mom recommended me, and it was kind of an older one, so I was not very into it. But this one was like, I read this one and I was like, okay, I like Christmas romance. So now I need to go buy a bunch of Christmas romances before Christmas, because I need to have a holly jolly holiday now. But if you want to have a holly jolly holiday and you want to read Christmas Criminal, you can find it on Amazon. You can get it on, I believe it's still on Kindle Unlimited, possibly. I will link it in the description box, so you can go to that link and you can get it there. I do not benefit from you using that link at all. I'm not an affiliate. I just want you to be able to find the book. But there are paperbacks. You can get it on your Kindle. I read it on my Kindle as an ebook, and the formatting was beautiful. absolutely no formatting errors at all. So rest assured, it will look beautiful on your Kindle. I have not gotten myself the paperback yet, but I do plan to get myself the paperback of it so that I can display it on my shelf like a trophy. I absolutely cannot wait to see what else Ellie Williams has in store for me, because I am absolutely adoring being on her ARC team, and I am absolutely adoring every single ARC that she sends my way so far. So I will include both of her books that I have read in the description, probably. Both What Happens in Paris and Christmas Criminal. She has some other books out as well, but I have not read those yet, so I will not include those just yet. I will include both the ones that I have read for you so that you can read them. And that's pretty much all I have for this review. It was an absolutely amazing book. 5-star read. I think that if you like Christmas romances or holiday romances in general, you will absolutely love it. It has very good spicy scenes in it if you're into that. They were beautiful. I don't like to go into too much detail about those personally, but they were really good. Happy reading. I'll see you next time.